Everybody, Lisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. Today, I just thought I'd try to do a quick video before I have to run out to the grocery store and get back to work. So I do kind of have a heavy workload still, which I am grateful for. Um, but I just thought I'd try to talk about a few random quick things just for a little break. The first of which is my shirt. And I wasn't going to do a video today because of my workload, but I got this shirt a while back, and today was the first day that I put it on. And I put it on, and I was like, hey, that's not bad. I was very surprised, actually, because it's an extra small because they didn't have a big variety of sizes left, and I feel like I'm just getting away with it. Just squeezed myself into it. Thank you, coronavirus weight gain. I appreciate that. So people probably recognize this pattern, which is autumn leaves, but in a different color scheme. This is the original color scheme from the quilted cotton. I've shown this in a bunch of videos with various quilt stitching patterns. This is the diamond, the traditional diamond pattern. But I also have shown it in the square, the regular square, and the micro square in various videos. So people could poke, if they're interested, you can poke around my playlists. And I've always liked this pattern. It's very graphic. I think it was a Dillard's and maybe a Macy's exclusive a while back. And so when I saw this, I was, up late trolling Amazon like an insomniac, a crazy lady. When I saw it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing because, as most people are probably aware, Vera Bradley makes scrubs, and this was sold by a company that I think was selling scrubs and other like healthcare professional supplies. But it was this stretchy knit fabric and just cut like a regular shirt. And I find the scrubs kind of frustrating because they make, patterns that the bags come in, but in different colors in the scrubs often. And it's frustrating because I'm not a sewer, so I'm not going to wear a shirt that looks like a scrub, and yet I don't sew. I could see like if you sewed and we're good with a sewing machine, maybe you could adjust it to look a little less like scrubs and wear it as a regular shirt. Or you could just cut it up and use the fabric and make something else, but I'm not handy that way. So it's always frustrating to see those scrubs and feel like I can't figure out how I can make use of them. And so when I saw this, I was like, wow. So that's why I decided to take a chance with the size, and it was super cheap. And so I just love this change in the color scheme. It reminds me of people familiar with Emilio Pucci and the fabrics he designed. I definitely saw this and I was like, ooh, it reminds me of a Pucci print. So it appealed to me for that reason as well. And so it was very inexpensive, and so I decided to take a chance, and I'm pleased. I mean, I thought even if it's too small, I'll just use it. I'll sleep in it, But I think maybe I could get away with wearing it outside. Anyway, so that's the first thing. The other thing I wanted to show, because I thought people might find this actually useful to see, is the Performance Twill version of the Carson Cellphone Crossbody, which I think they're calling Deluxe or something. Let's see. Carson RFID Deluxe Cellphone Crossbody. In the Performance Twill, which of course, just feels delicious, as I always say. And this is Park Stripe. Let's see if the light will cooperate a little bit and not blow it out too much. That's not bad. I did order this very inexpensive in a sale. I thought I would give it a shot, see what it was about, because it does have a feature that I wasn't too thrilled with when I read about the feature, when I heard about the feature. And I'm still not crazy about that feature for its intended use, but it has this, alternate effect that I think is kind of neat. So this is the original version in the quilted cotton. This is foxwood. People probably know this is foxwood. And I don't use this as a crossbody ever. I take the strap off. The strap feeds through these loops and it just slides right out. It unbuckles and you can slide it out. And that's what I do. And as I've said in other videos, I just use this as padding around my phone in my bag. And it's been working great. This is a pretty minimalist item. I never use it as a Cellphone crossbody. It has the flap, the pin snap closure, and on the back it's just this one slip pocket, goes down all the way to the bottom, but that's it. This space here for your phone is just a space for your phone. There's no additional slip pockets or anything in there. And my iPhone 11, fits right in there. And this is they're both about 4 wide by about 7.5, 8 inches tall. They're both the same. Yeah, they're the same size. So this also has the flap with the pin snap closure. And I will put it on. That's why I left the strap on, just so people can see what it looks like on, if people are interested to see that. But the difference here is that the slip pocket has moved from the back to the front, because on the back is this plastic window which allows you to see and access your screen on your phone without having to take it out of the bag. And so let's see if it works. I mean, yeah, so it's fairly sensitive, and you can operate your screen this way. I do feel like it's this is thick, because they want it to wear well. So I do feel like it does require a little bit of effort sometimes to tap your screen and get it to respond. But I could see it being very handy if you just want to look real quick to see who's calling you without having to take the thing out of the whole contraption. And that way it's handy. But what is probably like an unintended side effect is that the window allows you to see the lining fabric if you don't have your phone in that section. And that is very appealing to me because I love the lining in this park stripe pattern. I wish they would. I've been saying for a while now, I wish they would make this lining into a throw. I think it's so pretty. Very dainty. But yet, I like the spacing of the flowers on it. They're not too far apart. The fact that they're closer together, I feel like makes it a little bit more modern looking, the fabric. And so when I saw that, I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to keep my phone in the other section so I can see this. I can see the fabric. It was such a treat to just get an unobstructed look at that lining fabric for me. So inside, you've got that piece of fabric there dividing the whole interior pocket. And then also you've got these on the interior of this front wall of the bag. There are now 3 card slots, sort of vertically oriented. So that's a new feature from the cotton version. The cotton version doesn't have that. So for me, I'm just going to keep my phone slipped in the front, so I can see that. I'll just put it on real quick. It's a little too small looking for me to wear it this way. I feel self-conscious with such a small thing strapped to my body. But I think it's well designed for its intended purpose if you want to use it this way. But I just would never wear such a small crossbody. If I'm going out somewhere, I'm probably going to want more than just my phone with me. I feel naked if I don't have a lot of stuff. If I'm not schlepping a lot of stuff with me. I feel naked. Gotta take my stuff. Bag lady. I always think of that Erykah Badu song. You gonna hurt your back. Okay, so the other, excuse me, losing my voice. So that's, I just normally put my phone in there and then just slip it into my bag. And that leads me to my bag of the day, which this is, speaking of, crossbodies, this is my favorite Vera Bradley crossbody. It's the Hadley on-the-go satchel. And I do have other videos on it where I talk in more depth about the features, so I won't really go into it too much here. I think you can find those videos. I have a crossbody playlist. They should be in there. And I have I have a comparison video playlist, I think, and there might be a video with a Hadley on-the-go satchel in there too. I can't remember. But I just thought I would quickly show this pattern because this is it's not a new pattern, but it's a new to me pattern. It's Snow Lotus, and it's not a pattern I was ever really that interested in. It just didn't have enough of a pretty factor for me, even though I'm not super girly. I just felt like this was, I don't know, this just didn't do much for me, this pattern. But as most people probably know, this style is retired, and so you're limited now as to what patterns you can get this style bag in, and I was kind of desperately looking for another one because I like this bag style so much. So I thought I would give it a try and got it super cheap in an online outlet sale. And I do have to say, though, even though I'm not crazy about this pattern, it'll never make any of my top 10 lists. I do appreciate it. It reminds me a little bit of like linoleum block printing. People that are familiar with that, where you carve a design into a block of linoleum and then you ink it and you print from it. Or sort of reminds me of etching, like 18th century or 17th century etchings, especially from northern countries in Europe, northern European countries. I think I appreciate it for that it reminds me of that. And my mother used to etch, and it's quite a labor-intensive process. I think she would have appreciated this fabric as well. And it's not so simplistic that it's just like black and white. You can see there's royal blue in there, and the background is black. But in the pattern itself, the dark elements are a very dark gray. So there is a little bit more complexity there than initially meets the eye. And there's also use of this lighter gray tone. So I do appreciate that. It's got a little bit more complexity than you might first think. I ordered this so I didn't have, I didn't have anything to say about the pattern placement. I don't know how much it would have mattered to me, but just because I'm not so attached to this pattern. This is the first Hadley that I've gotten, Hadley on the Go Satchel, that I've gotten with a microfiber strap, and the handles are microfiber. And I do find that affects how my working of this, the buckle on the crossbody strap. It doesn't slide around as easily. So for people who find that they have trouble with their crossbody bags and the buckle moving around on them, this might be a good bag for you, because it doesn't, it really is hard to move around. I don't have trouble when this is cotton. I don't have trouble with the buckle slipping around on me, but I have heard that some people have that issue. Maybe they're carrying more stuff than I am. I do like the short handles. At first on this bag style, I kind of was like, oh, those are awkwardly close to the bag. I'm never going to use them. But I find that I do, actually, when I'm carrying the bag to the car, or if I'm taking the bag out of the car, before I put it on as a crossbody, I do carry it this way. And they're comfortable, soft. Everything about this bag is soft. It's not not a huge bag, but I still get everything I need in here. Like, I got all my coronavirus stuff in here right now. I don't know if you can see. I have my pouch with my gloves, and I have my hand sanitizer in here somewhere. I think it fell over. Yeah, I have my hand sanitizer. I got my mask and my wallet, everything I normally would need in here. I've got in here. I don't have my GPS in here, but I could probably fit it in, but I don't need it today. So, hello. And I've got my little pouch with my lip balm and tissues and stuff. So it works. Everything works. And inside there's just your one zipper pocket and your big bee or wasp or something right outside. I'm sure that's what she's looking at. So it's got on one side it's got on the inside it's got a zipper pocket, and on the other wall of the bag are these two somewhat small slip pockets, one of which has a grommet hole that feeds out through here, through this vertical zipper pocket on the outside. There's a grommet in there. And there's another one of those sort of hidden vertical zipper pockets here on the other side that doesn't have a grommet hole. And then it has your east-west pockets, exterior east-west pockets. So I just put it on real quick so people can see what it looks like. I think it's gone now. So I just like the width of it. I like that it's a little bit wider than it is tall, because it gives me a little bit of coverage around my hips, which I appreciate. A little self-conscious about my hip area. So this does not, I mean, on the other bags, if I were wearing them and it had a cotton strap, I could just slide this around here, but I can't. I can't. You got to really work the strap to adjust the position of it. It sort of slouches nice, and I feel like it conforms this way to my body nicely. I never feel like it's just highly structured and sort of sticking out, lying awkwardly against my body, stiffly against my body. I always feel like it's sort of working with me. So I like it. I just like the way it looks like it's pulling up and then sort of slouching here. So like I said, my favorite Vera Bradley crossbody, absolutely. And of course, you know, they're not making it anymore. Because that's just one of the Vera rules for me. As soon as I fall in love with the bag, it's either already retired or it will be soon if I like it. Anyway, I hope people found that helpful, a look at this, and also the comparison to get a look at the Performance Twill version of the Carson Cellphone Crossbody. Like I said, for me, maybe not, I'm not going to use this window, but I do love that I can see the lining. When I opened the package and I saw that, I was like, oh, look, the lining. It's the little things. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully see you next time on Vera Bradley Bag of the Day.